Good evening, wherever you are. It's me, Dr. Marla Goldberrg, coming to you live with a couple of announcements. First of all, let's start with what season is this? It's the holiday season. Above and beyond the commercialism that the holidays bring, it's also filled with miracles and magic and mirth. And, you could create the most incredible memories. So when you're thinking your thoughts, remember just how magical this time can be, and it could be in your life. So that's number one. I wanted to say that. Number two, I'm still going to ask for prayers for the Israelis, for the Palestinians, for the Ukrainians, even for the people in Russia, not the ones who are manipulated by Putin, but the ones that have to live in war, in a war that they didn't even want. So there's so many people, innocent people, who got sucked into these situations, these strifes. So maybe we can't necessarily help them on a physical level, but if you can, there are contributions you can find, charities to send to. Here's something that's absolutely free: sending prayers, send healing light prayers for their safety, for the healing of any wounds, emotional, mental, or physical, that they might have. Excuse me, my voice just went away with that one. But it's, this is a time all year round, something we could do all year round, but it is the holiday season. And these people are experiencing, like Ukraine, is a second holiday season, dealing with the war, and it hasn't let up. There hasn't been any ceasefires. Then we've got what's going on in Israel and Hamas and the Palestinians. Let's not forget what's stirring in the East with China and Taiwan. It's precarious times we live in. But we can send prayers. We can meditate for peace. And remember, if one person meditates, it raises the quota or quotient to many people being meditating. If you meditate for one, you're meditating for many. And if you can get a group of people together, you can so raise this consciousness. Sending prayers, sending healing light and energy. So I ask from the bottom of my heart to yours to please find a way to help those who are in the world who are dealing with some horrific experiences and times. And with that, I'm going to say thank you. Now, the real reason I came on today was to talk to you about what else? Guided Spirit Conversations, the podcast I created for you to bring to you the most incredible metaphysicians and spiritual leaders from across the globe to share with you their journey, what they do with their clients, how they help their clients, how they help the world through their modalities, through their efforts. So I invite you to tune in at 12 noon Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook channel of the same name, Guided Spirit Conversations. It streams on my LinkedIn and Instagram. We are no longer, I'm sorry to say, we are no longer doing Twitter or X. So you won't be able to find on there. But on with Twitter or them, anyway, I'm sorry, I was distracted. I apologize. But it's this podcast was created to bring to you tools and techniques and information that you can incorporate into your life. And that's why we do this, to help you help yourself in your life's trajectory, in your life's journey. And this week, I'm so happy to have her back. She was on a panel last year, Reverend Dr. Kimberly Marooney. And let me remind you, if you didn't listen to this podcast that she was panel on, or even if you did, let me just refresh your memory. Reverend Dr. Kimberly is an angelologist. She helps thousands of people worldwide that, through her messages, through her touch, or her teachings on her and love, through her books, best-selling angel cards, courses, and media. She is, I'm so sorry about this. She is the founder of the angelministry.com. She is the president of Gateway University, a school for study of higher consciousness. She has done so much, and she's going to share with us about the angels and what they do to help us on Earth, and do things get more heated or kicked up during the holiday seasons with the angels? Do they go on superdrive? Or is it just our imaginations that have created that this season of the Christmas holiday? Did we make up that there's so much magic and miracles that happen at this time? I think not. And I think the angels are here to help us. So I wish you would tune in today at 12 noon Eastern Time as the Reverend Dr. Kimberly Marooney and myself, we talk about angels, how to connect with them, what their jobs are, how they never give up on us, about seasons. Are they amplified in some seasons like the Christmas season or not? So I invite you to tune in. Also, speaking of the Christmas season, do you know this book? It's mine. I wrote it. My fucking long journey to loving myself, a guide to a shorter path. I wrote this book with you in mind, which is what mostly everything I do is with you in mind, because I want to try and help your life have more flow, have more trajectory and joy in it, more abundance. But we need to be able to start healing ourselves. We have many wounds that come with us from past lives, or that we're lucky enough to create in this life. Sometimes you could talk about it in the way of karma. And so I wrote this book to share my life in all its dysfunctional glory that it used to be, and how I healed from it. And in the back of the book, I have tips, tools, and techniques that I used, that I still use, to help me heal, to help me process, to help me remove those blocks, programs, interferences. Help me learn how to forgive others, how to forgive myself. These are huge in your path of trajectory, huge in your ability to create abundance and manifest things. Healing, forgiving, big things. So you could find this book on Amazon, or you can reach out to my website, Marla Goldberrg. Goldberg has 2Rs.com, so that you can get this book for yourself. Or what a great stocking stuffer, right? To help people. And look, we're all aces. What is an ace? A person who has had adverse childhood experiences. We have, even if you've had the best parents in the world, and some of you out there have, you still might have had this from friends, from teachers, from other situations that you have to experience, and how it affects us, and how it affects how we interrelate with people. So this book is great for that. Please think about My Fucking Long Journey to Loving Myself, a Guide to a Shorter Path, as one of the gifts you give. And the good news is, it's not super expensive. It's under $20. So a great, worthwhile gift. All right. I am going to go get ready for the show. And as I do, as always, I send you love, blessings, and gratitude. Know how grateful I am that you're in my life in whatever capacity you're in it. For not only are you my student, you're my teacher. Not only am I a teacher, I'm a student. And a lifelong one at that. or should I say multiple lives, because all the things we learn in this life, we take with us to the other side, just like the things we haven't worked through and healed, we take that to the other side too, and it continues there. I want to say these 3 words to you. I love you. You are loved, not just by me, not just by family, friends, colleagues, your community, people in your community, in your social circle, but you have a plethora of beings on the other side of the veil who are just waiting for you to talk to them, just waiting for you to share with them what it is you need, want, and desire. So I have a couple of insights. Number 1, give them as much detail as possible, because if you just say, get me a new job, they might get you a job offer, but it might not utilize your talents, your abilities. You might be a C-suite person thinking about a new job, but without giving details, and end up with a line job being offered to you, right? There's a disconnect from where you've come from, what your abilities are, what you know, and asking for a job and being offered something like that. So be specific about the kind of job you want. Talk about the benefits to the angels. Talk about the salary you want to get. And then allow them to go out and do your bidding. And this is the same with relationships and health, other things. Be detailed of what you want what you want the angels to bring to you. And then the next note is be open to how the information comes to you. And that means that your answers may not come by a phone call or a knock on the door or even a message in your ear, meaning an intuitive message. But you may get your answer while watching a movie. You might hear something that triggers an idea or a poem passage or a quote. It could be overhearing somebody's conversation. Or as one of my past guests, she looked up and there was a book pushed out, saying, take me, take me. And that was the book that opened up her journey. So know that your answers could come in very different ways. If you don't get something in a timely manner, the next suggestion will be look inside and see what you might need to shift or tweak within what you do, say, think, to help remove those blocks so that they can then bring to you what it is you need, want, and desire. Okay, I am going to see you at 12 noon Eastern Time. I'll be on one more time in 45 minutes with another announcement to remind you to tune in. But until then, stay warm, stay dry. To those who are in the snow country and you're traveling by car, please remember to put blankets, water, snacks in your vehicle. If you can get one of those big, I don't know what they call them, number 28 cans, the big cans with a candle and a book of matches, because if God forbid something happens and you get stranded, the blanket will help keep you warm. The candle will help create heat. The snacks and water will keep you hydrated and give you some nutrition till you get help. If you're traveling with your animals, please do the same for them. Bring their necessities with them. So if something and you get stranded, again, you have blankets and food to keep them warm and nutrition. Give them food for their tummy and water for hydration. All right. I will see you soon. Take care.